Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sweet and Sour Soccer, and welcome back to week 44 of 46 of these championship prediction videos. The season is nearly over, and things are starting to get confirmed. Of course, Derby, we now know they've been relegated, and congratulations to Fulham, who have been promoted once again to the Premier League. And it's looking like the playoffs. I think there's just one more spot up for grabs, and it's a bit of a debate who's going to finish second, but everything's starting to be wrapped up a bit more now. But guys, we've still got 12 championship fixtures to get into, so let's get into them. And as always, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying the content. So let's start off then with Huddersfield Town taking on Barnsley. And Huddersfield Town, they're almost there now, aren't they, with the playoffs? It's pretty much confirmed. In fact, a win on Friday night would confirm that Huddersfield will be one of the teams making it to the playoffs. Come against the Barnsley team, but unfortunately will more than likely be joining Derby, and it's just a matter of time, isn't it, if we're being completely honest, and going down to League One. Of course, unless they win their next game against Huddersfield, they will also officially be confirmed as going down. And sadly, I do have to think that Huddersfield will get the win at home. I think it'll be a good game, but I think Huddersfield win this one 2-0. We come on to Luton taking on Blackpool, and Blackpool, they're going to be massively up for it after their massive win against Birmingham City in the last game, scoring for fun 6-1. But they come up against the Luton team that have a very, very good home record, and them themselves now 5 points clear of the chasing pack in the playoffs. I think with just 3 games to go, that you should be fairly confident if you're a Luton Town fan. And do you know what? I think considering at home, I think I'm going to give this another home victory. I think Luton get a win again, and I think it'll be a 2-1 victory. We come on to Hull versus Reading, and I have to give my props to Hull, who have officially moved off 20th position. I don't think I said on my last predictions video that they had spent a lot of their time sat in 20th, and they've finally moved up to 19th with Birmingham, obviously going below them. Reading, on the other hand, they've stepped up and when it was needed most. They've put points on the board, and they're pretty much playing in the Championship next season now. Because of it, you think that's pretty likely to happen. Of course, Reading's last game was a 4-4 draw against Swansea. Real end-to-end stuff. Both of these teams don't have much to play for now, and I'm really hoping we see a similar game where they just all go out for it. I don't think it'll be quite 4-4, but I am going to say another draw for Reading, and I am going to go 2-2. I think it will be a very end-to-end good game. Sheffield United now taking on Cardiff. And interestingly for Sheffield United, no win in 3. They're really clinging on, aren't they, to that 6th place position. There's options for that 6th place. There's still 5 or 6 teams that can go for that. And really, it's going to be an interesting one. There's going to be one team that just goes on a bit of a run, I feel, in these last 3 games. It's a massive opportunity for Sheffield United, taking on a Cardiff City team who obviously back-to-back losses in their last 2. Sheffield United need to win this at home. They really do. I know the form hasn't been fantastic over the last few games, but I am going to back the home team. I think it'll be a 3-1 victory in this one. Coming on to Stoke versus QPR and talking about bad forms, QPR overturned theirs in the last game. There were 6 without a win. Had a lot of losses, back-to-back losses as well. They've finally got a win, and now just sitting 3 points away with 3 teams to go. Coming up against the Stoke team, it's not going to be easy, obviously, being away from home. And to be fair, QPR, you did only get the win against a 10-men Derby, who have, of course, been relegated. You need to go on a bit of a run if you're going to get that 6th position. Can I see it happening? I don't think it will, unfortunately, for you QPR fans. I do think this one will result in a 1-1 draw against Stoke. We come on to Swansea versus Middlesbrough. And of course, Swansea were the other part of that 4-4 thrilling draw with Reading, obviously, last week. Middlesbrough, interesting. They're in a similar position. If they win their game in hand against the game in hand, they're level on points for 6th with Sheffield United. Real good opportunity here for Middlesbrough. They're coming against the Swansea team but aren't just going to lie down. They're going to put on a bit of a fight. They were in the contention for playoffs themselves, but after the last 2 results, I think that's probably gone now. This is a difficult one because Middlesbrough are another team that haven't been in the most fantastic form recently. Swansea at home as well. I'm going to back the home team. Someone's just telling me to back the home team. I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory to Swansea. Sorry to those Middlesbrough fans that I know obviously really need that win. West Bromwich Albion taking on Coventry now, and a lot can be said for West Brom at the moment. Steve Bruce saying that a massive clear-out is needed. To be honest, West Brom probably could do with clearing him out as well, because he's really not done well since coming in, almost pleading with the owners at times to give him a chance to fix this team. Whether he'll get that, I'm not so sure. It hasn't really gone down well with the fans. Coming up against the Coventry team, who they probably needed the win in the last game to push for the playoffs. It's not all said and done, but it's just a point or two too far away, I feel, now for Coventry. This will be a good game. Albion, I think if Coventry get the first goal, then Albion will crumble. I really do. I think the fans won't be happy. They'll go against them. I think it's important for West Brom to get that first goal if they're going to pick up the victory, to just get the fans behind them. 1-1. I think I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw on this one. I think the points will be shared. Birmingham City now coming up against Millwall, and horrid times for Birmingham City. For the fans that travelled there, I just hope you actually enjoyed Blackpool for the bank holiday weekend, because the game itself wasn't enjoyable at all, was it? 6-1 defeat, chance against Deeney, chance telling the players that they're not fit to wear the shirt. And to be fair to the Birmingham City fans, you can't really dispute what they were saying at the moment. They really do deserve a bit more from those players. It was a real shameful performance. Coming up against a Millwall team that is only 3 points off the playoffs. They're very much in that mixture, sitting in 7th position. And when you look at the remaining fixtures, they've got Birmingham. They then take on Peterborough, and it finishes off with Bournemouth. You do wonder, last game of the season, I know it's close, but could Bournemouth be over the line? Could Bournemouth be over the line and already confirmed as going up? That would give Millwall a good chance, and I do feel that they can at least take 6 points from the remaining 3 fixtures. Could be enough. It really could be enough. I do have a feeling they might need all 9 though, and I think that is still doable to get that 6th place. And I do think they get this against Birmingham City. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Millwall. I don't think Birmingham bite back. I really don't. Coming on to Bournemouth taking on Fulham. And of course, this is 2 teams that are most likely going to be playing Premier League football next season. Bournemouth still do have a bit to do though, don't they? Of course, Nottingham Forest are still in the chase for them. And of course, Bournemouth and Forest still have to play each other. Fulham, they're promoted. You just have to wonder with this fixture, have they maybe partied a little bit too hard in midweek? How focused are they going to be on this fixture? They're pretty much over the line for the title as well. It'll be interesting to see what Fulham turn up, and I think that will decide the result itself as well. I think I'm going to give it to Bournemouth here. I just feel that maybe Fulham, they might have enjoyed their midweek a little bit too much. I am going to say a 2-1 victory for Bournemouth at home. Coming on to Peterborough now, taking on Nottingham Forest, and Peterborough most likely going to be the 3rd team, along with obviously with Barnsley and Derby to get relegated. To be fair to Peterborough, they have put a bit of a fight up towards the end. It's a shame they couldn't have done that a bit closer towards the end of the season. Taking on a Nottingham Forest side, which are very much in the playoff positions, and they'll still have a bit of focus on, obviously, promotion automatic. It's still not out the way with Bournemouth and Nottingham Forest still to play each other. I think they'll get the victory here. I really do, against Peterborough. I think it'll be a well-fought game, but I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory away from home for Nottingham Forest. Coming on to a relegated Derby now, taking on Bristol City. Bristol City are a bit of a hard team to predict at the moment in terms of what they're going to do with their results. Derby County obviously relegated now, but they come home to the home ground after the performance that did get them relegated. You just wonder if they'll want to give a bit back to the fans there. Will that have added motivation? Of course, the fans applauding them on their way back in, and Rooney himself coming out, making a speech to those fans saying, we're going to fight, we're going to get back up. And it'd be a great way to show the fans that there is still much a fight within Derby County. And I think they will. I think they will fight back, and I think they will get a victory against Bristol City. And I'm going to go for a 2-1 victory in this game. Coming on to Preston now, taking on Blackburn Rovers. And Preston are taking away the points quite nicely, aren't they, towards the end of the season? Again, another team that is a little hard to predict at the moment. Blackburn Rovers, they very much need the win. Of course, I think this is East versus West Lancashire, isn't it? If I've got my geography right. It's going to be a good game. I honestly don't know what to predict here, and this isn't good because I'm doing a predictions video. 2-1 Blackburn? I'm going to go 2-1 Blackburn because it just depends which versions of these teams step up, really. It could go either way, to be honest, but I've got to predict something, so that is my prediction. And that was my last prediction on this video. Guys, as always, please do hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel as well. Be great Championship content coming up even after the season closes. Keep you up to date with transfers, doing Championship predictions as well in terms of the season upcoming. So please don't miss out. Hit that like button. Also subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you on next week's video. Goodbye.